And you mentioned, knowing what data needs to be protected. Some of the literature suggests that senior leaders and board members have to understand the most important digital assets, what some people like to call the crown jewels of the organization. How do organizations, how should they be approaching this, and how should that spending be aligned with protection of those crown jewels or most critical digital assets? How do you make that happen?
Very relevant question these days. It's ironic. I got my start actually moving from strategy to cybersecurity because of this crown jewel question a few years ago. But the board was asking all these important, pertinent questions. And it was very clear that we have to put a lot of energy on crown jewels because they are the heart of any business and vital to its functioning. So it can cause a hell of a lot of damage and reputation and otherwise if crown jewels are compromised. Because let's face it, we can't protect all the assets all the time against all attacks. That's simply not realistic. Therefore, you've got to focus on those crown jewels that are critical to the functioning of the business. Once you identify those crown jewels, make sure the right protections are placed around it, and make sure that access controls are put around it so you know who's accessing those crown jewels and when. And the degree of priority spending, therefore, is possible because now you identify critical assets which have to be protected. You can then layer your protections as well as your spending of resources based upon this apex of crown jewels, which you know you have to protect at all costs because the business depends upon it.